I want to start this video off by saying please be kind on my riding. I've had a lot of time to reflect on my ride and my position and my posture and just everything from this ride and in my rides in general. Something that I've had to come to terms with recently is that I've missed out on a lot in growing in my riding journey because of the lack of lessons I've had in my life. I obviously started off having riding school lessons when I was younger, and then when I got my first pony, I had pony club a couple times a year, so had lessons a couple times a year from that. With Alice, I had lessons here and there for probably 2 months. Even when I had Max, I competed up to 105. I never had regular lessons, which is why I think my confidence is so bad, because I was going out on comps on my own. Everyone else had their coach helping them, and I had my mum, which bless my mum, but she doesn't know anything about horses. I was lucky enough to have lessons with Shay before I left, and that was amazing. She helped me so bloody much. But overall, I've never had consistent lessons more than maybe a couple months. My mum is a single parent. I was lucky enough for everything she gave me, everything she did for me, but she worked full time, and a lot of the time that I was riding, I was too young to float myself. Even when I was old enough to float myself, I didn't have my own car to tow. I had to rely on her to be able to swap cars with me, and then in general, sometimes I cannot afford lessons. And whilst I'm not here to compare or have a sob story about my life, I just wanted to say that I've realised, my God, just having consistent weekly, sometimes twice a week lessons with my agistment owner since moving to Forbes has been so amazing and such an eye-opener. And I know there are amazing riders out there who probably don't get many lessons, and I'm not saying everyone does, but I've learnt I do. My confidence with jumping has come so bloody far in such a short amount of time, and being able to ride on the flat and use my body correctly, hold my hands high, stretch my shoulders back, it's been a huge eye-opener. So, anyways, beside all that, we had a really nice warm-up, a really nice trot. His canter is the funniest thing on planet Earth. It's quite like, it just feels like his bum is going really high up and I just get thrown out of the saddle. I think he does that a lot, like with his jumping as well. You'll see later. It just feels like his backhand is very up and pushes me forward. So I was really trying in this ride to keep myself in the saddle, keep myself really balanced. Also to keep him really smooth, as he typically really overbends his neck and gets a bit, not jig-joggy, but just like on the spot. I'd love to do some lessons with him to get help to get him off the forehand so much, as I do definitely feel like he is like that. But for now, I can only afford lessons on one horse, and so Mav is just a bit of fun. He's not anything serious, like he's Reed's horse. I just ride him for fun to keep him in work if anyone wants to ride him. I do want to keep jumping him. You will see how confusing his jump is. He has times, I think, of confidence loss, and he really throws himself over the jump. He's always a overachiever, as you'll see regardless, but it has been time where we've gone out to comps and he actually canted over jumps quite smoothly, but other times he will just kind of stop jump, and that is not something I want to do. Like, he will never refuse, but it's kind of like he gets to the base of the jump and goes fuck and just throws himself over, which I know every horse is different. He might just have this particular style, but I'm really trying to get this out of him, because there was a time again at Borneo where he jumped a lot of them really smoothly. He overjumped them a lot, but they were a lot nicer. It is a big work in progress with this horse, but he is still young, so take it easy, and there's never any pressure with him, which is the best part. Again, Reed's horse, I can just have fun with him. We attempted a straight bar and it did not end well, so I left it at that.